Here we are. We are back again with Coach Pholo from South Africa, which is always a challenge with all those power outages there in South Africa. So she even had to move offices, move into someone else's office where we are guaranteed that the electricity continues to flow. But we are very happy to have you back on board, and we are going to talk today about defending the baseline. But as usual, before we jump in to all the coaches in the room, say hi. Let us know where you are from so that we know who we've got in the room here. And again, make this an interactive session. So ask your questions, get your remarks, give us your feedback in the comments. If you're watching this on YouTube or if you're watching this on Facebook, just add in the comments your questions or your remarks, and we will bring them on screen following the presentation of Polo here. But even if it's something very interesting to interrupt, I will interrupt Polo as well. So ask your questions as much as possible and make this interactive. Polo, the floor is all yours. Let's talk about defending the baseline.
Thank you so much. I know this is going to be live for 24 hours for free for everyone to look at, but this particular coach chat, as I said to you earlier, it's been the most challenging I've done, and I don't know how many yet, but this has been the most challenging because there's so many aspects to defending the baseline. We understand that when we look at our holistic team, we start with the macro, which is the game plan, the game tactics. That is maybe 40 to 70% coaching staff. And then we go to the principles where we talk about the comfortability of the team that you have. So we can't dictate to players what to do in certain places when they're very uncomfortable doing that. So as coaches, we look at what skill level do we have? What skill sets do my players have? And then how do I merge those to the tactics? And then that's where the principles come in. And I think in all of what we've done in the last couple of months, this one was the most challenging in terms of how do we find the right principles that obviously I'm talking now as a masterclass, but I never know everything by myself. I called a couple of friends around the world to hear their ideas of what's important in defending the baseline. And of course, there is the first defender. That is the person engaging with the attacker. Are you engaging outside? Where are you on the baseline? Are you outside the circle? Are you inside the dotted line? Because then that's where maybe you want to give away a free hit if you're going to give away a free hit, because then they have to go away 5 to come back in.
Yep.
Are you inside the D? Because now the pressure is on you, and this is where the principles come in, so that we take away the emotional distress of where on the field I am, because defending your body, defending the inside. What else? Do you defend the near post? Does the goalkeeper, is your goalkeeper happy with you defending the near post? Which side of the baseline are you? Because there's a lot of difference between the right-hand side baseline defense and the left-hand side baseline defense. And then we go back to, all right, we've got our principles intact. Which defensive skill are you going to use to win the ball? Do you want to win the ball, or you want to channel for someone else to win the ball? And these are the things that I was thinking about for over the weeks, and then obviously I have to call Panda. He's my goalkeeping specialist, Colin Fielding as well, goalkeeping specialist. And then I also called Gareth Ewing, because I know before we went to Tokyo, this was a very long chat between the coaching staff.
I can imagine.
And the defensive unit, because we kept giving away free, really cheap penalty corners. And we understand in the modern game, you'll never be competitive if you are giving away those things. So
absolutely. I think Pholo, we already have a first question. Someone is coming on stage even. So I'm gonna ask. I'm going to ask Sébastien. Let me put you in this one. There we go. Sébastien, You have a question for
Hello,
us.
Sebastian.
Can you hear us, Sebastian? Do you have a question for us? We can't hear you yet. Your mic is muted.
No. I was just logging in. That's it.
Okay. Well, you don't need these login. Just go to the YouTube link or the Facebook link, because this link that you use now is for people who want to come on board and ask a question. So
Okay.
Sorry. No problem. We're kicking you out, and maybe if you got a question, use the link again and come on board.
Perfect.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. So for everyone, the questions I was thinking is, in the group of the defensive unit with the goalkeeper, of course, our friends in foam, the 4 important questions is the what, the when, the how, and the who does what. Mm-hmm. And again, it's the what is your decision. What is the decision that you're making? It's easier for me on the right-hand baseline, and this is the defensive right-hand baseline because we're doing defense. It's easier for me to make that decision with my group that it's okay, you can allow them onto the baseline, because mostly the carry is on the backhand, and you are now covering the inside and the 6 and the 9 yard area. And then again, that is the first defender. Second defender will be your free player. Where do you want your free player? On your left foot or on the P spot? And that again is a decision that you come to with your goalkeeper. Yeah. Because then we ask the goalkeeper, when are you coming out? Are you going to come out? Are you comfortable coming out? And when you come out, what kind of save are you making? Because there's so many different saves. And, we came to first things first for the goalkeeper, you cover the near post. That is the most important. And when do you go? Are you looking at the attacker's eyes? Are the attacker's eyes up? They decision and they pull back? Because you don't want to find yourself coming too far out and you're leaving space behind you that the attacker can use. And what are the passing options that the attacker has? And are they are trying to attack? And we work on the other side of this coin, is we work on, is the attacker and a threat, a goal-scoring threat? Can they shoot from there? Because then the timing of your advancing is so important. When are you going to intercept? Are you going to intercept on the right side only, or just on the left-hand side? We understand that it's easier to intercept on the left-hand side because your left foot will probably be on the near post. And as the ball comes across in the 45-degree angle, you can then go across for the intercept. Again, what are your defenders doing? Do all your defenders have a man? Are they marked up? Or are you trying to be silly and be zonal in your defensive circle? And these are the things that we think about over and over. And then we think about the second defender. Like we said, is it always the free man? Can someone else step off their player and make the tackle? And these are the decisions that we toy with for hours and hours on end with your players. What tackles are you trying to make? Are you trying to make the tackle on the baseline? Are you giving away a long corner? Or are you allowing the keeper to make the save? So these are the things that you need to come to an agreement with your defensive unit, because they are the ones that are going to be executing what needs to be executed. All right. I did not put this on a document.
A quick question already for me then, just to get things started already before you even get started.
Let's go.
How do you? What would you do with your strikers? Because sometimes you have your strikers in the defending circle as well on that very spot. Is it not just dangerous to focus only on your defensive line, your defenders, to train on that?
Correct. So the principles of, and we'll see now on the session plan, is that the principles of 1v1 defense. I think a couple of weeks ago we did some double defensive work. The principles of 1v1 defense comes into play, and then again it is a 1v2 defensive principles that also come into play. So if I am a right striker, I'm tackling back because we talk about total hockey. No one plays a set position anymore. And now I'm defending the baseline. We think
Exactly.
about the technical principles will then be protect your left foot. Again, we spoke about protecting the inside pass that's going to go just behind your left foot, and we protect the P spot. But again, most important is the communication. Who does the communication? Is it the free person? Is it the goalkeeper? Who owns the circle? Because once we're all on the same book, then it is easier. We talk about the numbers in the circle. Are we manned up? Do we have a number up? That means it's easy to make it 1v2 and get the double defense in the deep zone. Is it a deep defensive moment, or was it a counterattack? So these are the things that go into your mind, and think about